pray for you. Even when there's nothing, you always make up something.
What is this, Dad? Can't you let me live peacefully? Why are you always bringing up the marriage topic? I have already said I don't wanna get married, that's it. You said hopping on the couch as you are tired of your work. Till how many days do I have to wait? You are 28 already, your friends got married and started family. You know what society is talking about me? They are laughing at me. He was speaking loudly as he was tired of your stubborn behavior. What society? Society? Why are they always newsy? Tell me one thing, you respect your daughter's feeling or the people who like to poke others' family? You also replied strongly standing up from the couch. Till now I respected your feelings, that's why I gave you the time, but now I have to save my self-respect in the society. As a businessman, I have fame and respect. When as a daughter you don't feel responsible to save it, then why should I respect your feelings? You remained silent for your father's last words. He was also right in his point. It's not like you oppose him. You have a past. Because of that, you couldn't be able to go for a big step, which is a marriage. Look, Wayne, I gave you all the freedom which all fathers won't give. I gave you time to build your business and even I helped you. Till now I heard what you said, but now you have to hear me. Meet him in the hotel tomorrow at 6 p.m. What? You fixed a meeting already? No, I'm not going. You were screaming as he was leaving upstairs without hearing you. Your mother, who stood idle all this time, came near you and spoke by putting her hand on your shoulder. Ryan, your father gave you many chances, but still you are extending it. He is going through many insults. I know you don't like marriage, but there should be a reason for it. If you are in love with anyone, tell us. If not, meet the person evening. Your mother also said and left you in the living room alone. What can I say, Mom? How can I say? Yes, I am in love with a person, but he insulted me for loving him. Now I'm scared to fall in love again. You shed teardrops by remembering your past, which was hurtful to you. In the evening, you went to the hotel about which your father told to meet the person he arranged your marriage with. I didn't know I will end up like this. Gosh, bad days are coming, I guess. I will be straight with him and cancel this marriage. You were taking slow steps as you were not interested to meet him. Within a time, you reached the table your father booked for you. You stood there seeing the person who was looking at the little lake of restaurant by back facing you. His personality was perfect from back. He must be fitness freak, that's why his personality is perfect. Anyways, I came here to cancel my marriage, not to praise him. You sighed and made sound by correcting your throat. Excuse me. He then slowly turned back by putting his hands down as he was folded across his chest. Then you lifted your head up and was shocked to see the person. Hello, Ryan. Are you surprised to meet me after these many years? He spread his arms, thinking you would hug him, but you went and sat on the chair without minding him. It's not a surprise, it's quite shocking. How do I end up with a man like you? You said, gulping the glass of water. Don't wanna hug? It's okay. He shrugged his shoulders and sat in the chair. Tell me, why do you want to marry me? Isn't it enough what you had done in your college? Tell me, Mr. Jungkook, you were talking with him very strongly where he was just smiling at you. You changed a lot, Ryan. During college, you used to be scared of me. But today, you are so brave, bold, and also straightforward. I like your transition. He again smiled at you where you looked at him pissed off. Everyone will not be the same. As time goes, we change a lot, either physically or mentally or about character. You said strongly without even giving him a smile. Yeah, you are right. Even I also changed after you left the college in the middle. You looked at him confused. Changed after I left the college? How can I believe you? Did you forget? You just reminded him about your college days 8 years ago. I am getting late to class. I have to go early. You went to your locker hurriedly. You were in the third year of your college. Currently, you have been pursuing your undergraduate in computer science background. Oh my god, he is coming. Jungkook is coming to the locker. Our senior is so handsome. Girls in the corridor was talking about Jungkook, who was a college heartthrob and also a bully, who only bullies some bad and attitude students. Ryan, he is coming. Be careful with him. You were taking out the books from your locker hurriedly as he was walking near you. Because his locker was beside you. You were scared of him because of his anger issues. Hey Ryan, where is my assignment? Your heart started racing after hearing his words and also his presence near you. For a moment you were shivering as you couldn't bear his closeness. Yes, I did take it. You handed him the book without even looking at him as you couldn't look into his eyes. But then you flinched as he threw the book on the locker, which made a loud thud. Hey, whose book you gave? Do you want me to get punished by the professor for submitting the wrong book? He spoke with you harshly, making you turn at him by your wrist. I'm sorry, I did it by mistake. You immediately picked the book from the ground and gave him the right book, which was under his name. Good, next time, don't hurry. He checked and left. As you scared of him, you gave him the wrong book. If I'm scared like this, then how can I confess my love to him? You thought and went to the class where every other girl in the corridor looking at you envying as he asks only you if he needs anything, even though others were ready to do love at first sight, but it grew up as a strong love while days were passing. The way he gives his attention only to you, the way he asks only you if he needs anything. He even protects you from other bullies, but in return he bullies not harshly, just like for fun. You love him, but you are scared of his anger issues. You are thinking, what if he rejects you because of these reasons? You remain calm instead of expressing him. One fine day, you were waiting for him on the rooftop. As you asked him to meet you, no matter what, I really have to confess my love today. I cannot wait anymore. Before he accepts any girl, I have to do it. Why do you want me to meet here? He asked you after stepping near you. By hearing his voice, your heart started beating fast. You could hear your own heartbeat. You sighed deeply and turned at him slowly. Jungkook, actually, you were trying to say, but words were not coming out of your mouth. Jungkook scratched his back of the neck as he was impatient and lifted your head up. Tell me quickly, I cannot wait here anymore, he said, making you look straight into his eyes. That is, I love you, Jungkook. You said, closing your eyes as you could not look at him, but he didn't say anything and was looking at the rooftop entrance door. What do you think of yourself? You're thinking about you so high. He started insulting you with his words. Were you surprised and looked at him straightly for the first time? I thought you would accept me because the way you treat me is special. You only talk with me, that's why. You stopped after seeing his eyes, which were turning red. Just because I asked you for assignment, just because I saved you from other villages, just because I talk with you don't mean I love you. I did all this because you're loser. You don't know how to protect yourself. You're such a loser. How did you think I will love your type of girl? He was not only shouting at you, he was insulting you, which was so hurting. You expected he would be nice, but in return, he was hurting you with his harsh words. Tears started building in your eyes after knowing his real feelings on you. You should have thought twice before proposing me. I will never fall in love with a girl who are not compatible with my status. Never show your face to me, he said, pointing his index finger on your forehead and left you broken into tears. Jungkook, I never thought you would do something like this. It would have been better if you rejected me. But you insulted me. I know I love you so much, but it doesn't mean I will beg you. Thanks for telling me about your feelings. You were controlling tears but couldn't and burst out. At present, I know I should not have thought like that, but I have a reason for it. You know how bad I felt after you dropped out from the college? He was trying to show his guilt, but you were not ready to hear him. I don't want to know any reason, Jungkook. It had happened long back. Now there is no reason to look back. I'm here to say I'm not interested in this marriage. You said and about to leave, but he stopped you by holding your hand. Ryan, listen to me. Do you think I would leave you? Never. You are just mine. He said, looking at you angrily where you were trying to free your hand from his grip. Don't talk foolishly. I don't love you anymore. I'm canceling this marriage. That's it. Now leave my hand. I have to go. While you both were fighting, waiter came and asking for the order even though Jungkook told him to leave. Can't you hear me? Just get lost. He slapped the waiter's cheek as he couldn't control his anger and frustration. It was because of your ignorance. See, Ryan, because of you I slapped him. I told you to listen to my reason. He was yelling at you, but you quickly ran away from there after grabbing your purse as he reminded your old self who was scared of him. I'm sorry, man. I was in frustration. I'm sorry, everyone, for disturbing you all. He quickly realized his mistake and apologized to waiter and customers who were around him. Before he could catch, you got into your car and directly came to your house to talk with your father. Dad, Mom, where are you? Can you guys come to the living room? What happened? Why are you shouting? Your mother and father came downstairs as soon as they heard your screams. Dad, I don't wanna marry him. You know how badly he insulted back then in the college. You told them shedding tears, where his answer was quite surprising to you. I knew everything. He explained everything what had happened and apologized to me for what he did to you. Because of his sincere apology and love on you made me agree with this marriage proposal, he said, stepping down from the last step. Dad, are you for real? If this much happened, then why didn't you tell me? You asked as he gave you shocking answers. He asked me to not tell. Anyway, now discussion is waste. Tomorrow is a wedding. Everything already planned. Be ready for it. Don't try to run away. He will find you for sure. He said and left to the room even though you were shouting at him to stop the marriage. Ryan, sometimes what we see and what we hear would be wrong. You don't know this, but you will get to know it slowly. Just trust your father and marry Jungkook, she said and left, leaving you in confusion and also anger. On Jungkook. Message from unknown number popped up. Hi Ryan, this is Jungkook. I'm sorry for my behavior in the hotel. I was in anger. Please reply to me or call me once. You sighed, closing your eyes and switched off the mobile. Miss Choi Wan, are you ready to take Mr. John Jungkook as your husband? You looked at Jungkook, who was so tensed, and looked at your parents. Yes, I do. You said yes, even though you don't like to marry him, as it was a forced marriage by your parents. Mr. John Jungkook, are you ready to take Miss Choi Wan as your wife? He asked Jungkook, who was looking at you, biting his lower lip, but he sighed and replied, Yes, I do, Ryan. You might hate me now, but soon you will start loving me the way you used to love me, he said and thought to himself. After finishing the marriage, you came to the house which was bought by Jungkook only for you, both to live here to start a new life. How is this house, Ryan? Do you like it? Tell me. If you don't like anything, I'm ready to change, he said, but you left from there without speaking back. He just looked at you silently as he was disappointed by your behavior. I have to live with him. How can my father trust him and made me marry him? You were removing the plastic flower garland from your hair. May I come in, Ryan? He knocked on the already open door to enter inside, but your answer surprised him. No, don't come in. I don't want to live with you in the same room. As you know, it was a forced marriage. I will divorce you after 6 months. Until then, you stay in another room, you said firmly and went to the bathroom to get freshen up. As he don't want to hurt you at this moment, he bit his lower lip and went to the kitchen after sighing. You got freshened up and came out from the bathroom and saw a food trolley and went near it. Prepared hot chocolate. You pick up the cup and find a sorry note under it. With that, you understood it was done by Jungkook. You exhaled a breath sharply and threw the note in the dustbin after crushing it. I know, Ryan, you will not easily forgive me, but I will do whatever it takes to get my love back. He thought to himself and left to his room as he saw you by standing behind the pillar which was outside the room. Like these days were passing, you were not talking with Jungkook as you didn't like the fact that he married you forcefully. But his actions, level of patience and controlling his anger for you brought trust on him. But you were not showing that you're loving him at. One day you were chopping vegetables to prepare food for you, but you accidentally cut your finger. You were groaning in pain. Ryan, what happened? Can't you be careful? Why are you cooking? I would have prepared for you, right? He immediately came to you as he was in the couch and was yelling at you out of pain by seeing you in pain. Don't touch my hand, Jungkook. You took hand as he was trying to hold it. Stop it, Ryan. Don't behave stubbornly. I will do first aid. Come with me. He took you with him without listening to your shouts at him. He brought you to his room and did a first aid to your hand. You take rest. I will prepare food for you. No need. I'm going to my room. Thanks for helping me, you said and left with little happiness as he shed tears for you as he saw it for the first time. That whole night you thought about Jungkook because he was also felt pain along with you. This gave you assurance that he was truly in love with you. Slowly you started being nice with him instead of being stubborn and rude sometimes. One midnight, while you were passing from Jungkook's room, you heard him screaming something, so immediately came to his room to check on him. Ryan, I'm sorry. Please come back. Please come back, Ryan. Jungkook, what happened? What happened, Jungkook? I'm here. I'm here with you. He was thinking about you in sleep. It's like he was having a bad dream about you. To calm him, you quickly hugged him and caressed his back. Slowly, he drifted to sleep in your arms. What happened to him? Why did he dreaming about me? Then you find a diary with your name beside his pillow. You quickly took it and read it out. Because of it, you got to know that his dad was behind his hatred in college. Jungkook wrote the reason for his harsh behavior. A spy whom his father kept was checking on him on rooftop of college because Jungkook's father already told him to not fall in love with anyone else he will throw him out of house. That's why Jungkook behaved like that as his cat. After you dropping from the college, Jungkook realized his love for you. How badly he connected to you. There was no single day he cried for you, thought about you, and also felt guilty about his behavior. Because of his Jungkook left his father's property and started living by working part times. He worked so hard to get into the position he is at now. Later, his father realized and apologized to him. Jungkook told your father, and he was also impressed. He might be away from you, but he always followed you. Jungkook, you did all this for me? I'm a bad person. I hurt you many times without knowing all this. I'm really sorry, Jungkook. I'm really sorry. You were crying so hard, holding his hand. Then tear dropped from your eyes, fell on his hand. Ryan, you're here. What happened? He immediately woke up and kept your face. He doesn't remember dreams about you. Jungkook, I'm sorry. I didn't know you sacrificed a lot for me. I'm really sorry, Jungkook. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I don't deserve you, Jungkook. You are crying as you felt guilty for your behavior towards him. Shh, don't cry, Ryan. It's not your fault. I went through because I love you. I'm happy you got to know the truth. Let's start our new life now. Please don't cry and smile for me. Please, just for me. He wiped your tears and pulled you into his arms. You arranged a dinner night in your garden. Ryan, what is this? I should be doing this. He was surprised and also happy by your action as you sat on your knees with rose flowers in hand. Always men, why not women? Jungkook, I want you to be with me my entire life and after lives. I love you, Jungkook. Will you be with me? He proposed him smiling. Yes, I will always be with you, Ryan, and I love you more than anything. That's that.